We are back for What's Up This Week from the Do This Not That podcast presented by Marigold. This is our short episode. We break down what's going on this week in marketing and business and life. And then we still have our short Ask Us Anything later in the week and our big tips episode at the end of the week. So, what's going on this week? Well, let's talk Instagram. Instagram's rolling out something that's pretty big on stories, and that is the ability to have comments on stories. So now when you go ahead and you post a story, and if people comment, those comments from those individuals are going to show up on the story. So when someone views your story, they're going to be able to see comments that other people are making. This is for personal accounts and brand accounts. This is a pretty big change, and they're doing it to try to drive engagement. Hasn't rolled out for everyone yet, but it's coming now, and it's going to be on all of our stories soon. So look for comments appearing on stories. Man, if I said that 10 years ago, looking for comments appearing on stories, like, what planet are we on? But yeah, that's actually a news item. Another big news item is that Salesforce released their holiday shopping index for this year, what they're forecasting based on over a billion different data points that they have. And some of the interesting stuff in the holiday shopping index that I didn't really realize is that brands have an uphill battle this holiday period because there are the fewest days between Thanksgiving and Christmas since 2019. That means from a marketing perspective, there's less days. So we really have to be very intentional about when we're sending our stuff out, and we got to get out there early. Another really interesting stat that was in their index is that over 20% of purchases this holiday season will be made on Chinese shopping apps like Temu and Shein and AliExpress and of course TikTok. That's a lot. That's 1 in 5 purchases. That's pretty crazy, right? Some of the other stuff that's out there in terms of things that are going on right now that are driving engagement, that are driving performance, and this came out from Census Wide. The average parent receives 80 emails a month related to their kids alone. 80 emails a month just related to their kids, or basically they're saying 4 a day. And a lot of them right now, because of back to school and all this different stuff, they're getting flooded. Why do I share that? Because in general, if you factor in all the back to school stuff, and then you factor in how there's fewer shopping days this year between Thanksgiving and Christmas, and then there are some other days which I want to break down really quick that we need to factor into our marketing. Um, if you take this all in, if you're not starting to promote your fourth quarter stuff now, your holiday offers now, you're going to be in trouble, right? So, other things that we have to be aware of. So, September 10th is the next presidential debate. And we know from the last debate, it's not a good day for marketing, right? And also, that next morning is not a great day for marketing. We saw performance drop for email and for social media ads the day of and the day in the morning after. And then, of course, that's September 10th. September 11th, because of the tragedy that took place in the Twin Towers, we know that September 11th is never a day that you really want to be out there with kind of like sensational marketing offers. And that's the day after the debate, right? So that day's kind of like not really sure about that one. And then not too far thereafter is October 7th, which is the anniversary of the start of the conflict in Israel. And I think that brands at least need to consider that date about what they want to do or don't want to do. I don't know what the performance can be impacted or not impacted, but it's a new date on the calendar that I think at least needs to be considered. And then the election itself, right? The presidential election itself is November 5th. The week prior and the week after are going to be rough. So when you take into account all of these days, all of this stuff, you got to get started like now. Like you should actually stop listening and get started now with all of your, if you're a business to business brand, with all of your fourth quarter stuff, get going early. You have no choice. And if you are a direct to consumer brand or you're trying to make sure you have holiday stuff, I'm talking about like pre Black Friday is yesterday. Let's get going. So let's talk about nonsense stuff. Did you watch Joey Chestnut? Did you watch the number one eater in the world go against his arch nemesis Kobayashi on Netflix eating hot dogs? That was, the big thing on Netflix. Why do we care about Joey Chestnut? First of all, I love this guy. He is a legend. I mean, he eats 5 billion hot dogs. I mean, it is unbelievable. I'm going to break some news right here. Nowhere on earth are you going to hear this news until right now. And we are not even announcing it for another probably 2 days. But this is actually true. So I put on this conference called Guru Conference. It's the world's largest email event. It's virtual and it's free. This is not a commercial for Guru Conference. But this year at Guru Conference, this is not a joke. We have Joey Chestnut, who's going to be live at the event, and he is going to be doing an eating contest against a group of marketers. I will be one of the eaters. This is not a joke. Yes. So live during Guru Conference, Joey Chestnut against a group of us. We worked really hard to try to get this organized. We thought it was going to be epic. It's going to be one of the craziest things that you're ever going to see at a virtual conference. So we're going to be releasing that information later this week. We're super excited about it. And if you want to register, by the way, it is free to register. GuruConference.com. It's 2 days. Sarah Jessica Parker is going to be there. Joey Chestnut's going to be there. It's going to be epic. All right. Thanks for checking this out. Hope you check out the stuff later this week. And seriously, drop me a DM or an email. I want to hear what you think about Joey Chestnut because this right here, this podcast is the only place where we've told anybody about it. And we're going to announce it in a few days. All right. Cool. Thanks a lot. Later.